Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, The Interludes. And before I describe tonight's episodes, as per usual, I would like my lovely players to introduce themselves as well as their characters.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I play Siobhan Price, Primogen of the Toreador in Boston.
Hi, I'm Ty. I'm playing Christopher Masters, a 10th generation Ventrue in The Prince of the City.
Hello, my name is Örjan, and I'm playing the role of Sean, 9th generation Gangrel Primogen.
And here they all are. And recently I read that if a viewer was one of my players, he would be scared. As
This
he
is
should
true.
be.
And that's how you open this.
As they all should be.
I'm scared.
Should be. Tonight's episode is going to take place a mere week after the Y had its grand opening. The three have not necessarily spent that much time together. It has been busy and business as usual. Though this evening there is called in an Elysium. The reason for this is there has entered a new vampire to the city that needs proper introduction, and there's quite a big hubbub about it. It's another Tremere.
Why?
Why?
I'm just saying, I gave the city a perfectly option of avoiding this particular situation by only accepting local Bostonians as vampires, but no.
But we've already got one.
And now you're gonna have two. It's a little bit unclear if it's a permanent visit or if it's just a visit. This particular Tremere has agreed to use Sean's transporting company and has graciously accepted to be housed at Siobhan's The Y. This evening's
only natural thing to do.
only natural.
Of course.
This evening's episode is going to start a little bit before the Elysium meet, like a conclave in a way. Not as serious as that, but it's more of a proper meet and greet of the Primogens and the new vampire of the city. A formal introduction. But before that, Shiv has extended an invitation to Sean and Chris to meet up and have a talk. Nice for them three to catch up before they are, well, bombarded with the other creatures of the night. We're going to go directly into the scene as Shiv is, well, eagerly awaiting her guest's arrival. Straight into the scene, wherever Shiv might find her beautiful visage.
I think she's finding herself as she's putting on the final touches, makeup and jewelry. And she is wearing a emerald colored silk gown with a huge ass rose on her hip.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a corset kind of top, but
yeah.
with, and diamonds and emeralds connected.
But was that the rose? What is a huge ass rose? Or huge ass rose?
Well,
Does it matter?
I just leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Open for interpretation.
Yeah, I'm not going to take away anyone's fantasies here.
No.
That's good.
Eve has, of course, graciously helped you with whatever needs you might have. In your private quarters, where do you keep said suitcase with your little precious in them?
Yeah, it's... well, the safe is probably hidden... Well, it's not hidden, but it's behind a certain sketch.
Mm.
And then I'm guessing it's... Whenever she goes, she doesn't just look at the sketch, but she also lingers for what is behind it.
And she has managed not to consume more of the very alluring, very addictive liquid.
And it's draining her of, well, of herself, I think, for not touching them. It's painful.
You can even hear the beast rattling in her cage. Almost you can hear like rustles of skirts of your beast. Just in the corner, like outside of your vision and your peripheral vision. It's like, why are you denying us the pleasure that we so seek? We are not this weak. Almost spits it at you. Even though you know the beast is you, a part of you, you are one. But she taunts you. Beckons you.
I think as I'm leaning towards like the dressing table with the mirror, it's just, it almost cracks in her hands, like she's trying to hold it together. Have any of arrived yet?
No, I do wish me to go down and make sure everything is ready. Mr. Adnan, was it Adnan? Adnan?
Oh, what did I say his name was? Adnan something more. Adnan. I can't even remember. So long ago. Sorry, I will have to give you the last name later on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Adnan,
yeah.
I see. Do you want me to make sure that everything is ready? Do you want...
Just have him send them up.
Of course,
and maybe just call with a warning.
Of course, mistress. As you wish.
Thank you.
She bows and leaves you be. The camera's going to pan out now. And we're going to hit Chris first. And what abode is he keeping himself this evening? He has so many.
Yeah, he's probably stayed a lot at his old place, his old apartment, where he's now owns the entire building and has carefully evicted or bought out the others who live there, and has the top floor is still his like residence. Second to top is more an office to receive people talk, and the rest are still under construction and building out. He's probably waiting for JJ to pick him up. She's going to drive him for safety reasons to the Elysium.
Of course. She likes to stay close. She takes her job very seriously, as you well know. She hasn't said anything about who you have kept a lot of company with on and off these, last years. But, you can probably read something of her face.
Yeah. I have not commented on it, not made any letter. He wants to tell her the truth, but he knows that he can't. He has to.
Oh, but she respects the position of the throne, so she knows her place.
Oh, yeah, but it's sort of... it sends a bit shivers on his spine to put it like that. It's not what it seems. Well, it is what it seems, but it isn't. Standing there thinking that, he looks over at now the department is no longer that threadbare. Like when he was struggling, a wannabe mobster was just bare bone, never got around to decorating or really finishing the refurbishing. No, it's carefully and simplistically but expensively decorated. Sleek designer furniture. Everything new, everything pristine, but nothing flashy, nothing
too gaudy.
Yeah, not too gaudy. It's simplistic. It's function of a style.
Yeah. It's not Donald Trump's villa.
No. It's the antithesis. It's minimalistic in comparison.
Does he keep manual security in the building, or is it just surveillance?
He's got a manual security in the form of a doorman.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're getting ready. You're putting on cufflinks. You're getting ready. You hear the buzzer from the guard at the door.
Turn on the camera and the speaker system.
Sir, there is, and then you hear, "Get your hands off me! I am family! Don't you know who I am?" Cousin!
Sign him up, please.
Are you sure, sir?
Yes, for my sins is my family, so sign him up.
Of course.
Not tonight, Vinny, not tonight. And he casts a glance towards the chair in next to the window, and remembers a night when he snuck in to find Nikita waiting for him and how that was handled by his sire.
Powerfully, she took care of that little problem and showed you the true glory of what you are.
I should not have taken a page out of her book. I should just shot her instead. Oh well, I'll go make a double vodka, vodka and ice for Vinny when he comes up.
You hear hammering on the door.
I buzz him in.
Cousin!
Vinny.
Bro?
Dearest of all my friends. And I walk over and I kiss him on both cheeks.
You see, he's dripping in gold chains and crosses.
He like the crosses. He takes looks at the crosses and just flinches away and wets his eyes. And come in. Here, have a drink. And I put a double glass of double vodka on his hand.
You know me too well.
Cheers. What can I do for you this evening, cousin?
I'm sent here by my dad. By Papa himself.
Yes, the Don. Yes.
Yeah, he said you guys had a business thing and you had asked for someone and now they are about to arrive. I don't know. And you see he actually takes up a Coke vial and he's like bumping it on your table and messing it all over. You know, I was like, come on, I was just like, I'm here, right? I'm here. I'm here.
Yes.
That's good enough.
Yes,
and then he drags a line.
Did he say any time? Did he give you a time frame?
And he goes, sure. He did. But you know Annabella? You know Annabella?
Like,
come on, now you know her.
During a complete blank, yes, of course.
Boobs for miles. Like, boobs up to here. I just,
yes.
we kind of seeing each other a little bit. I just been there, and then my dad called the Don, and then he said something about someone coming, and then he said I should give you the message that someone is coming, and I've given you the message. Are you using this place a lot? He looks around.
No, I'm just staying here while they're doing some refurbishing at the manor.
Yeah, because my little shoebox. I want to impress Annabella. Can I bring her? Can I bring Annabella here? Can I use this like a pen?
I don't think this is the right place for that. Let me see. Walk around. Here's the keys to the Excelsior Suite at the Ritz. It's currently it's always on retainer. Use that.
He's like, he popped it.
And it's got room service, so you don't have to worry about having to cook anything.
Yeah, you don't mind if I the girl's gotta eat. It's gotta be lobsters. It's gotta be crystal. It's gotta be fine. Like I might wipe this one up. Annabella, the boob up to there. Oops.
Why do I love this little twap?
Anyways, keep the Coke. I got shit tons more because I met this guy. Oh, he said he knew Siobhan. Strange. He said he was her ex. Fuck it. Never mind. I'm out.
And I grab him and I pull him back. No. You can't leave before we had another drink together. And since we're proper Italian, we must do it proper Italian-wise. And he goes and I get a bottle of grappa. And he pours 2 glasses, 2 shots.
Hey!
Salute!
Salute!
This ex of Siobhan, oh, you got me intrigued. You know, she plays things so close to the chest. It's always fun to have some gossip about her. You know, she can lord her little...
She is a fine piece of ass. Like, you didn't marry her instead of that skinny blonde bitch.
Oh, yes, well,
Fuck if I know. But you know, the Muna, the doula, I get it. Mr. Masters, I get it.
It did give the family a most advantageous little...
Thank you. You're like the prince now, aren't you? You're like the prince of the family and shit. And he almost curses a little bit in Italian. It's like, it should have been me, motherfucker. Should have been me.
But the name, come on, my dear. You must remember his name.
It's... I've been drinking a bit. Gotta admit that, because Annabella, she's a thirsty fish. Was it Russian? I don't know. Gregor, Greg Alexander, Gregor.
Does anything Russian name, something to connect to ship?
Polish.
Anything here, like,
I don't know.
Polish?
He said he used to be an artist. He doesn't like Shiv though, by the way. I'll tell you that much. He hates her ass.
What did he look like?
It's one of them, like, the heroin chic motherfuckers. Like, one of them, like, you see in magazines. That they're like... Gaunt. Or he's a musician. Or an artist. I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Did he have a nickname?
Are you going to have that, Cole? Because, like, I might do another bump before I go.
No. Help yourself.
Never. Thank you. And he drags another bump and he's like... Woo!
Like, quickly thinking, Shiv has not had anyone relationship in any kind of form of any meaning since she met Aiden. So it's either someone from before Aiden's time.
Anyways, he's a bit of a dick, but he's like affiliated. I don't know. Who cares? I'm out. You know, Annabella, big boobs. You are not Annabella.
He said connected, you said? What, to the Russians?
No. Not Russians, actually. Chechen? I don't know. I don't care.
Take care, Vinny. Take care.
Ciao, bella.
Like, shush. Out.
As he goes out, you see JJ walks in. She's wearing a white shirt, a black suit. She stares at him and he's like, damn. And he's like, am I gay now? And she's like, fuck off. Oh, no, not gay. He snarls at him. And he's like, ooh. I'm scared and thrilled at the same time.
Not only
and he's like, do you know what they call me? And she just basically slams the door in his face.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but please don't be curt to him. You'll only encourage him.
The car's... Of course, I understand perfectly, sir. The car's ready.
Excellent. I'll just get ready. I didn't expect my cousin to drop by. And I also need to make a phone call before we leave. No, that can wait. Never mind. And he walks off to get dressed. He's puts on his dress jacket. It's a darker grey pinstriped suit. Brown Oxfords, not brogues, of course. The tie is a lighter shade of grey with design pattern on it, and the shirt is either very dark white, almost light grey.
Yep. Stylish.
Puts it on. Let's go.
Cool.
Thank you.
Camera.
And thank you for rescuing me, JJ.
Of course,
desperately needed some intelligent conversation after that.
Of course, sir. It is my honor and a privilege.
Just one moment, and he walks back, and I take the kitchen's towel.
And wipes down
water
the
it and
cook stain.
Wipes on the table.
From that point, the camera is going to pan out, and I'm guessing Sean is at his garage.
Sean is traveling from the clan's
Territory.
Yeah, And he's put the Vespa in the garage. Now he's driving a desert-colored Morgan that has been modified to be an off-road.
Oh, there you go. Are you driving directly to Shiv's, or are you stopping anywhere on the way?
No, that's the plan, directly to Shiv's.
As you have parked your car, you see your phone, or you feel your phone vibrates. Your Nokia, whatever Nokia is in 1999?
I can't remember. But I take it.
Oh, it's a message.
Okay. From who?
It has been a while, but I think I am ready to have that talk soon.
It's from Angela.
Something's happened. I'll call you a little bit later. And then question mark, okay? Question mark.
Anytime. Well, unless it's in the daytime, of course, but...
Can't say that.
Can't say that. So, anytime it is.
You just get okay back. That's the most conversation you've had, at least for a year.
Yeah.
It actually makes you feel, something, I presume.
Yeah, it's like being hit in the gut.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, not knee buckling, but you feel like...
Yeah, like somebody punched you right in the... just below the rib cage.
Yeah.
So it's a thoughtful Sean that enters the why.
You see one of her ghouls, Adnan. Stylish as ever, impeccably dressed. Mr. Sean.
Oh, Addy, my man.
Addy. I think we could do better, Mr. Sean. Follow me.
Can we? Are you
We should
sure?
We should always strive for excellence, Mr. Sean. If my mistress had taught me anything, that you can always improve your position and being.
Can you? Really?
He
Yeah, well,
turns around
you
and looks-
can.
Yeah, he
I'm not
looks
sure
at you.
about me. I'm proper fucked.
Well, there's limits, of course. He turns around and he pushes the buzzer. Baby steps, Mr. Sean.
Oh, I'm not too good about the about them small steps. I prefer to push the clutch to the extreme and let it free fall.
Right. Don't bite over more than you can chew, Mr.
Oh,
Sean.
of course.
Bing!
That's
The
what I do.
elevator. Have a pleasant evening.
Oh,
Mr.
you
Sean.
too, Nan.
Right.
I give him the wink and the gun.
Moments later, or seconds later, Shiv, the phone rings, and you know it's from Adnan.
I'll just pick it up.
Mr. Sean is on his way up, mistress.
Excellent. Thank you.
Of course.
Click. I think Shiv is... she has been pacing around the room. I think she's trying to calm herself a little. And sits down in one of the black leather couches that's in this room that you will enter.
Yeah, moments later, the elevator door opens because she has punched through the code for the elevator to go all up to her personal abode. And there he is. Whatever Sean is dressed in this evening.
Well, he hasn't changed all that much since you saw him last. It's still that 1940s RAF lambskin bomber jacket. It's still Doc Martens, it's still jeans. All the British flags on the jacket, though, has been replaced with Irish.
I really wish you would let me dress you just once. I do love the jacket, though. But to an Elysium? Are you sure?
You think I should go topless? It's an option.
If that
Gang
suits
roll.
you, but I don't know that's not at all what I mean. I could take you to the closet. Get you something else.
Something else.
And I just do like that.
So,
Yeah.
honestly, what would you prefer me wearing at an Elysium? You want me to look like a toreador? That will bring some major confusion.
I think I actually laugh out loud. No, I'm sorry. Of course not.
Yeah.
But I would really love to dress you just once.
On that note, the camera is going to pan out as a certain town car stopping outside the Y.
For a moment, he thinks, I was so preoccupied with the whole question of who this ex of Shiv might have been that I even forgot to think for myself, did I understand at all what Vinny was referring to? But what his original message from his uncle was? From his father was? Do I know who he meant? Who had come?
You've had talkings with your uncle about reinforcing the family in the city. Also for you to be able to get more wise guys gold.
Yeah, so I suppose in connection with that.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, well, that can wait. That's not bad. Do you wish to come in, JJ, or would you like to wait in the car?
I'll wait here, sir, and make sure everything is safe.
Good. Excellent. I'll be back as soon as Shiv and Shauna had their usual little dance about what he's wearing.
Of course.
I'll go up and make myself announced.
Mr. Adnan is like, my prince, please.
Good evening.
Mr. Masters, follow me.
Thank you.
Mr. Sean has arrived a little bit before you.
Excellent. So we will all be here.
Mr. Sean.
Could be worse. It could be Sir Sean.
He sends for the elevator, and yet again, your phone rings in the living quarters you are now keeping yourself.
Yeah. Picking it up.
Mr. Masters is on his way up, mistress.
Alone or with company?
Alone, mistress.
Thank you.
Of course.
Are you alone, Mr. Christopher Masters? Almost always.
Oh, do you know what that sound that is? Sound of the world's smallest violin.
It's true,
Oh my
though.
god.
But it's mostly self-inflicted.
True that as well.
Very much so.
Mere moments later, as they are discussing if Sean is going to go naked or, I don't know, topless, the slight ping of the elevator door.
I think I put out a shirt, like a green shirt, like dress shirt, not whatever you were wearing. And I thought I could get you to wear this. Okay, fine. Not tonight. That's fine.
Gang roll.
Oh. Hi, Chris.
Good evening. Still going gangrel style, I see.
Yeah, do you think... Green shirt.
Well, you are Irish.
That's true.
Thank you. I mean, I have an orange one if that's
No.
better.
Shiny.
Not orange. Fucking British.
I was
No.
reflecting on the fact that we
No
should
one
give.
can... Sorry.
I was reflecting we should probably give him a last name as well. I suggest Bond.
Sean
No.
Bourne.
No. No.
If I didn't know any better, I would have asked you, what have you been drinking? But that's fine.
Now, we've had this
apropos that.
discussion. His name is not Sean Bourne, it's Sean Bean. Not Sheen Bean.
Look, I can't have it both ways. It's crazy. But by the way, I should. I was asked to give you a greeting, Siobhan.
No, really?
My dear cousin asked me very much to give his best
God,
regards.
Vinny, how is he?
Still
Well-
chasing the well-endowed bosoms.
Yes. Talking about possibly settling down with said ambulatory memorials.
Oh my God.
Well, he's been talking about that since he was 14.
Yeah, but
Yes.
did you
Yes.
really think... It's a joke, right? It's not.
Of course it's a joke.
It
Let's
must
just-
be. It's Vinny, after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be happy for him if that actually were true.
Chris,
Who is
we
the
would
lucky
be that
gal?
happy. Anastasia? No, Annabella?
You guys
Do
know
I
her from...
remember
Yeah.
any? Yeah.
You know her from school.
I can't keep her. I can't
Way
keep
out
up.
of his league.
Oh. Annabella. Not
Should I
Stevens.
remember? Wait, that name does ring a bell.
Yeah, she was
When we had school,
in two... Yeah, she was like 2 down from me, I think. Are you sure it's her? Has he been drugging her or bribing her? Or, I mean, she is not his...
He might...
He is not her type, that's what I mean.
Unless
And-
he's actually turned around a leaf, or page, or bank account. You've given him a raise?
That doesn't sound like Vinny at all.
No.
no,
None of that.
Nope.
he did appear to have the deficit of Bolivia on his skyrocket, but anyway, yes, it was
Good
that.
for him.
Good for him.
And he also he said something else interesting as well concerning you as well. Actually, Shiv. He said he had run into what was his Christmas screenwriter? Oh yes, an ex of yours.
An ex? Are you sure? That was the...
That's what he said. Apparently, someone you'd broken the poor bastard's heart. He
No,
was
that would
less than pleased.
mean
Well, that
Every
is
one
a
of them.
very long list.
Apparently, he was Eastern European, Latvian or Czechoslovenian or Slovakian or something
have
like
you
that.
ever been dumped, Shiv?
I have not.
I
Yet.
thought so.
Gregorian, Alexander, something along those lines, he said.
No. The only one that I can think of that he is referring to is Misha.
Misha?
What?
Now that's a girl's name.
Don't you...
Actually, it's unisex.
You're unisex.
Thank you for clarifying my ex's name.
It's an
Don't you
affectionate version
remember
of
him?
Alexander.
But that was so long ago and so brief. I don't know if I would...
I think
Maybe
I
I'll-
referred to him as her at that time too.
Or he did have long hair at the time.
Yeah.
Was this
Sorry,
back
but
when he
what
was-
does he have to do with Vinny?
I have no idea. I mean,
And
the
yeah,
man is
calling
a
him
li-
an ex is a stretch.
I mean, man is a
It was a
little
brief thing. Before was actually Chris. I think you were the one sitting me down and saying I was too good for him. So how can you not remember this?
Chris, like, how many times have I had that talk?
I don't want to be rude, but I'm going to be rude. I don't want to be rude.
and that's when he had it with. That's when he had it with Shiv instead of just getting a couple of his friends and like jumping the guy and kicking the shit out of him and chasing him out of town. This probably happened more than one occasion as well.
That was more fun.
I wish you would have done that instead of what I did to him. Oh, fuck.
Anyway, yeah, well. I don't know,
He's
but I mean,
back
Vinny
in
is a little
town
socialite, so he
Who
probably ran
cares?
into
Who
him.
gives a shit?
Unimportant, probably nothing to think about.
Probably met at a
Silly
dealer or
little
someplace.
human.
It's just World
Boy.
of Darkness we're playing after all.
And we all have
he's
Katrina
probably
as our
dead and he's
storyteller.
probably a
It's
ghost
fine.
or some kind of revenant or maybe even a wraith.
Though,
maybe
should I be
it's a
surprised
werewolf,
that that
Or a
Finn
hunter.
was able to remember your exes, but I'm not? No, probably the ex remembered.
Well,
Vinny.
maybe
Yeah,
because I
that's
didn't
probably
have
right.
a lot of exes. I mean, you can't call one-night stands exes, can you?
I seem to
Good
remember
fucking
that.
friends, that's all.
I seem to remember that Steve from Parallel Class proposed to you after you talked to him at the lunch queue at one point, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I did get free lunch, so it was worth it.
Yeah. Well, if they stay beyond breakfast, then it's almost a relationship.
I mean, I always give them coffee on the way out.
Yeah, exactly. Coffee, that's too quick. Breakfast, yes. Lunch, then you're practically married.
What if it's a continental
I guess I
breakfast?
married Aiden the first time I met him. No,
Chris just bites his tongue.
we
for
are not
preparing
here to
the
talk about
breakfast.
my love life, lack of love life, or previous love life. We are here to talk about yours, Chris.
Oh no.
Like,
I think you
inwardly
have.
goes like,
I mean, at least I, Sean, please correct me, but I knew something was wrong with you and Elizabeth, but I thought that was for the media, and I didn't quite understand.
Well, the only
that
thing
Miss
I know
Savage
is
was
what I've read
actually a
through the
thing.
media.
He hasn't said
So-
much.
Because
Please
nobody
enlighten
talks to
us.
Sean anymore.
well,
Hey,
What can I
I
say?
spoke with you.
It was a good
I'm
talk.
an open book, right?
Took a while, though, to read the book.
takes a little while.
You're not easily read. You're like Silmarillion or something. I think all women
That's
are like
just plain
Silmarillion.
boring.
No, let's keep them talking and they'll get distracted and forget.
Chris,
This is where you chime in and open all your pages and let us in on your most dark secret.
What can I say? The
deepest
heart
secrets.
wants what the heart wants.
In what
That's-
direction?
Well, you asked me to explain the Miss
Sean
Savage
is
situation,
rolling
did you not?
insight.
Hold him down so I can tickle him.
Chris is not laughing, but the player cannot help himself.
Just need to find my character sheet.
Oh, strength check?
No, I'm going to roll insight to see how much he's lying.
but you also
Like, out
remember.
of his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Shiv,
think you need to roll that in such for that.
I don't even have to read him because I...
No. I don't
Shiv,
think that's...
you also remember overhearing him being concerned, not necessarily suspicious of your endeavors, but that you were, well, now Sean is in the know. Chris, on the other hand, is not. Not that he needs to be. I'm just
No.
saying he was, yeah, saying things.
Yeah, he was.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Four successes on the insight.
Yeah. when it comes to, it's not even a lie. It's not even because you're not even convincing enough to be a lie. It's like it's a non-answer. It's like there's no emotion in the answer at all.
Well, he's clearly not wanting to indulge the truth of the matter, obviously.
Certain things, sometimes you must sacrifice certain things, such as relationships, to get what's needed.
And what's
You said
needed?
something last time I spoke with you. You said something about something in the dark. Do you have monsters hiding in your closets that we don't know of?
He's the Prince of Darkness. Of course, there's monsters there.
Well, that makes me curious. That makes me want to know what or who.
Takes a moment pausing inward, like you could tell, like debating, should I tell them the truth, tell them what happened, but then you'll put them at risk. You gotta keep them at an arm's length.
For that second, actually, you have a vivid memory of the last time you felt Elizabeth's love. The very intimate, like lips touching, eyes locking. And you knew the broken part of your heart was healed. And you thought, now, eternity seemed not just full of promise, but love. And then a split second later, you hear Nikita's voice. When you are happy, when you feel love.
He turns around, like fighting back a single bloody tear.
But she didn't say spill the beans. She just said
no,
love.
No, he's more... Oh, he knows that. He can tell them, but what if he feels confident and happy about telling them and find mutual understanding and... Yeah,
I'm not saying he should or should not. That is absolutely his prerogative.
No, but it's his burden to bear. No, not theirs, dude.
Shiv is going to read, isn't she? She's going to read.
No, I was looking at like share the senses and the spirit's touch, and I was like wondering, is scanning him up and down, does he have anything that's worth, like, I don't know, touching?
Well, him.
Yeah.
You see actually his one of his fists is clenching. You see the jawline tighten as he turns away. Like you can't see the tear because he's sucking it back into his head.
And I'll kind of cup his hand. Cup his hand? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Take his hand.
You're going to share the senses.
Yeah.
You might not have a choice there, Prince.
I'm sorry, but I haven't used this really or not enough.
There might be a way of negating it.
Yes,
you can look at the
roll
wrists.
But he's not really aware what she's doing. He's caught up in his own... He's very much caught up in...
Yeah, because it's like the vision.
He's in back in that moment, hearing those words.
So 6 on a rouse check, because I need to do a rouse check to do this. And then... My character sheet. I'm so sorry.
No,
No.
Yeah,
I'm more worried. I'm more worried for your sake.
I know. I just have to have all my dice with me. Jesus. Do I have how much?
Always only one, because we're playing back in time.
Yeah.
If you don't do crazy shit, you always have one, because I'm presuming everybody's taking care of their own physical well-being and feeding.
Yeah, some of
I
us
only
have
have
learned.
4.
4?
Yeah.
That's plenty.
Okay, it actually says... Yeah.
That should be plenty.
How much? What kind of? How do you get the information?
To get rid of the unwanted rider, the victim must beat the intruder at a wit's resolve. Ooh.
Yeah, well, let's wait. We don't need to do that.
Does that
now.
mean you actually know what I'm doing? Well, okay. Who cares? It's shit.
Pants. But how much? How do you get? What kind of information do you get? That's an interesting bit here. What exactly how senses?
Do you mind me to find it, or does she have it in front of
because I
her?
just want to make
I'll find
make sure
Sorry,
I give her the correct...
but maybe this isn't the right thing, because when I'm reading at this...
Auspex, do you want to write your Auspex?
Yeah. Because share the sense that I thought I was actually like Wherever there. Feeling is mentioned there. This is what I wanted to. Yeah. But I was like senses, because senses isn't feelings. Senses is eyes, ear, but it's your feelings I want to dive into.
Yep. You want to share the senses, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Is it level 3? No.
Yes.
Oh,
It is. Yes, it is. Yeah. You can see, hear, and feel what they do.
Yeah. Well, what
So-
they do.
Okay.
Well, no, he's having a lot of
You're not,
feels right now.
Okay, yeah. But you're not necessarily good. You're not going to see his mind's eye, obviously, because it's not a clairvoyant kind of thing. But what if he doesn't negate it? If he's just shocked by it, she's going to get something.
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna first. You probably do this comes down just as it turns around, so you get the end tail, like just a fleeting moment of just. I don't know what's going on. Just happiness, just carefreeness, just feeling of joy, just being
Love.
Yeah, love.
Pure.
Just pure, just completely, and then you get this extremely painful, like just like the whole world's been blown apart, like when
Like
you imagine,
you
like
feel.
yeah,
Like you felt.
if I felt when you felt when you lost the Aiden probably, and you can just get this feeling of this incredible darkness just weighing down and just devouring, crushing it all.
Well,
Just
she doesn't
destroying it
have
all.
to. She knows
She
that
knows.
so well.
Yeah.
I think.
But it's like, again, it's like you burning your handkerchief when you feel it, because it's like you feel all your emotions. If you could get goosebumps, if your hairs could stand straight up, it's like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I had that love, and then I had just fucking darkness. How can he know? How can he feel that?
I think I just pull him so tight right now. I don't think necessarily I have control of how much I'm like pulling you towards me.
Like
It is a bit shocking, actually.
and then you feel, when you do that, you feel a moment of safety or almost of thankfulness, which is just immediately supplanted by intense fear and concern.
Oh yeah, fair.
Like real
fair,
concern,
fair.
like
Yeah.
concern, but not like he's scared of you, but he's scared of something, and, and it concerns you. He's like,
Chris.
and
Worry.
yeah, like he's worried,
Wow.
extremely worried.
You see this,
Why?
Sean.
I have no idea what's going on because Sean didn't even know about Elizabeth.
You see that something happened in the room.
Like he goes to hug her, and it's like, and then he
I think
puts his
Sean-
hands on her face instead, and just looks into her eyes. And it's like, not tonight, not tonight. Some other time, but not tonight. We got places to be and things that needs to be taken care of.
I'll pull him once again into my embrace.
Reluctantly, he's gonna hug her back. Again, the feeling of gratitude, but also intense worry, like intense. It's like he's
You don't have
like
to.
he's scared.
You don't have to talk about it. But know that I am here. I understand. You know I do.
And then he looks down. That's what I'm scared of. He whispers into your ear.
I'll let go of him and I'll... Do I have any sense of that he knows that I did something?
I think there was knowing.
Yeah.
Eyes connected.
Yeah.
The knowing that you did something, and you felt what he felt. The reaction, the link, the intimacy, is very clear that you.
But I'm going to release him.
Yeah, you spoke with that language.
Yeah.
And
I'm
as you
going.
release him,
I release
Yeah.
that.
And as he draws back and you release him, and he draws back, he's going away. Just one last little squeezes your hand, one hand, just really tight for a second, and then let's go. And takes a step back.
I think that. Yes. let's go.
Sean, you're a little bit confused by this.
Yeah, he's been witnessing something that has been very private, so I think he's turned and he's just gazing out the window or something.
You feel your phone in your pocket. Maybe it's because you saw something intimate and painful. It brings you maybe your eyes into your own mind's eye of the last proper conversation you had with Angela. Tears in her eyes, guarded and afraid of you.
Yeah.
It's like, for that minute in that room, you all three know loss. Painful loss. But the moment passes, not necessarily the feelings.
I think it's going to be a very, very quiet ride.
Yeah,
I think
most
so
likely.
too.
I think actually that moment as well, though he known it, like what driven Shiv and what she struggled with, or like she lost him, and that ain't what's important. I mean, that hasn't really. He's thought the other way of equation that that's what I had, what she had, but I hasn't thought in the sense of losing the same loss, like that feeling. And he hasn't, so it's newfound empathy for Shiv's
I would say it's a sobering moment.
Well.
Sobering moment of understanding each other.
I think whoever is sitting next to me, I will hold their hand. If I'm sitting in the middle, I will hold both your hands.
Sean is driving.
Okay. Oh.
Well,
okay.
JJ is driving the prince. So whoever.
Oh, I thought we were doing the service thing with. Okay, fine. Then I'm driving with Sean. In the back, alone, in her own thoughts.
No, it's a two-seater, so...
oh, okay.
You're up front.
I'm definitely not holding your hand while you're driving.
No, that can lead to dangerous situations.
Plus, I mean, you're getting to sit right up front. You should be lucky knowing Sean and his assortment of vehicles. You're glad you weren't strapped to the hood of the car.
No, that would be Chris. At one point. We'll probably get there.
Now he's going to die in the sun, so...
Oh, he's not going to die, but he'll make a pretty hood ornament. No, you won't.
No. Before we enter the Elysium, and what's gonna transpire there, we're just gonna have a really quick break. Just a couple of minutes, stretch your legs, get something to drink, and then we're gonna see what happens next. It's gonna be interesting. Quick break, and we'll be right back. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, and welcome back from the break. We're going to jump into the scene as the cars arrive outside the Elysium, getting ready for this night's meet and greet of new kindreds that has arrived to the fair city of Boston. Well, you drove basically together and not in the same car, but in a convoy.
Yeah.
You see there are already like bikes and cars outside.
Is it
It's
everyone?
clear skies. No, it's only for the Primogens.
Just one moment, JJ. I just need to collect myself.
Of course, sir.
Even this is a time where if he'd still be breathing, he would take a deep breath. Lacking that, what does vampires do instead of taking a deep breath?
Scream.
Inside is like
Oh, my
screaming and raging, and outside is like
Humanity.
Pain, the humanity.
another Tremere then. God help us all.
Do you guys go out of the car as you have arrived?
I'm waiting for someone to open the door. I'm
one
guessing
does.
I'm just waiting. Sean is already inside, and I'm still waiting.
I exit.
2 hours later.
Chris exits, and when he sees that...
No, he's actually opening the door for Shiv because... Or else she'll probably beat him over the head with a spoon for
days.
For days, yeah.
Yeah.
She can be difficult that way.
How chivalrous?
Chivalrous.
Okay, because I was like, is it less?
I don't know.
Or more?
But
Not my
is
first
it
language.
chivalry when it's expected?
I don't
No,
know.
but that's why she's saying it, because it's she didn't expect you to.
And as the low clan opens the door for the high clan and Shiv steps out, her look says everything. Thank you, peasant.
La-di-da!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
If anyone wonders why, the gang will eventually leave.
Because they're like,
Most definitely is.
Fine.
pick up my train, won't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Dog man!
So this, I'm leaving.
I think I'll manage to walk inside.
Shouldn't have to carry me out. Good.
Yeah.
Are you sure, my ladidanas?
Madaminess. Ladiness. Oh, we're just being silly. Anyways.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sean is not. He is like that.
No, Sean is Sean.
Sean is Sean.
He would be silly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enter before as the prince, or do you accompany him? Or do you just make your way in?
I'll probably just make my way in.
I think I'm going to give him space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just walk with Sean.
As you have been to the Elysium before, it's very dimly lit. It has this almost like secretive tomb-esque feel to it. Feel to it. In the middle of the room, as per usual, you will see Odd Molly stand. She graciously greets all the primogens in all the courtesy and respect one of your position demands. She has this whispering voice that even though it's soft and almost hazy, it carries in these almost catacomic rooms or room. Around you, you see the different members of the different clans with their, well, they are the primogen. You have the Malkavians, Anton and Amber Rivera. From the Bruja, you have Catalina Murdoch. From the Ventrue, you have Miss Savage. From the Nosferatu, you have the Queen of Bones herself. And with you, that should be all. I'm not leaving anyone
The
out.
sheriff is not there.
Well, of course, the
He's not-
sheriff is also there. Mr. Nightingale is there. There has yet to be named a harpy. Or a keeper of secrets at the minute.
Did we forget Hashimoto?
Oh, Mr. Hashimoto, there. Of course, it's Remer.
I'm guessing he is there.
That's what I said. Hashimoto. Of course, Mr. Hashimoto is there.
Probably one is going to doing the introduction bit.
An seneschal? Is there a seneschal?
Has there been named one?
Not an official. It's, I mean, from the deal along with how he got to be prince with Catalina and Monks, it's more like sort of acting council that Primogen has a more powerful role.
I would
Unless
say
it did
she would be. I think Catalina would be. Because she asked us a place at the table.
Yeah.
So Seneschal, it would be natural for her to have.
Keeper of secrets. Do we have one of those any longer?
Well,
Because you can't really have a primogen and the keeper of secrets, right?
There's yet to be named one. And there's no one saying that there needs to be one. That was just the title that the Queen of Bones kept prior.
I think Shiv has been trying to like get the crow's name in there to Chris, but yeah.
Why not? I mean, he already got a few secrets that we know about as well, so...
Well, it's also up to him to make it official then. It hasn't been one. We'll see how this meeting goes. As you all enter, Odd Molly greets the prince, bows gracefully. My prince.
Keeper of Elysium, I bow back. I thank you humbly for hosting this meeting tonight.
Of course, it is my honor and my privilege to help usher in a new member to our Society of Boston.
As it should be. Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is present and accounted for, Prince.
Excellent. Well, then we can begin at your leisure.
Would you all please take a seat at the high table?
Walk up towards it.
And this is strange. This is the first time you three have sat at that side of the table. Quite a stark difference to when you were here defending your right of being.
It has been quite
Different
a
view
journey.
to look down from power.
And no one to judge yet.
The keeper of the Elysium, Old Molly, stands in the center with this almost transfixed light from above on her. Dearest Prince and Primogen, there is a new kindred asking to stay and keep Boston as their home. I would like to introduce from the clan Tremere, Paris de Winter. She stretches out her arm and she glides back. Almost through the darkness you see her. She has this a kind of eclectic look. African American. Braids. A lot of fancy fun earrings. Modern and native alike. Lots of necklaces. Almost like a feathered cloak covering a very figure-hugging black gown. She makes an interesting noise as she walks, like she's almost like she's keeping little vials and secrets hidden underneath her cloak and gown.
Sure she is.
She has a softer face. She doesn't look like harsh or threatening. She has like almost like a Mother Earth femininity to her. And she bows very gracefully.
I'm keeping an eye on Mr. Hashimoto, how he reacts as...
Then you need to roll.
I will do exactly that.
I want to roll as well. I want to roll. I want to partake in that fun.
Mm-hmm. And I want to spend a willpower on that roll.
Oh! Do the thing.
I have 3, so.
I have 4, 7.
Jesus.
Well, then we're gonna do shifts first. You see, he moves a little bit. Sean, on the other hand, you can see the jawline. It clenches.
Right.
You see he shifts almost like he shifts something in his pocket, and then he buttons up his coat.
Now, that in itself tells a story.
Could I do the same, but not on Hashimoto's reaction, but keep a close eye on the Queen of Bones?
Of course.
To see, I can see what she thinks of another Tremere in the city. It's, what is it? You use its insight plus...
Insight.
Yeah, but is it intelligence?
Awareness.
Awareness. No, wits insight?
Wits.
Wits insight. Wits insight.
Yeah. Nah, only 2 successes.
Oh no, you
He's
cannot.
distracted.
She's got her not so fancy face on, so reading anything of that no-nosed, creepy queen is very difficult. She sits almost like a statue, almost like a corpse, actually. Dearest prince and primogens of the fair city of Boston, I'm honored and delighted to have the opportunity to stay here and introduce myself. As the keeper of the Elysium said, I am Paris de Winter. I am Tremere. And I have a request. You feel some of the primitive shifts in their chairs.
Please, present it.
Thank you, dear prince. As far as I have understood, the prince has not taken a Tremere to his side as his personal wizard. I would like to offer my services directly to the prince, if he so sees fit.
I'm honored for such a welcoming and kind offer. And it's true that I have not had any official wizard, as you say, for the post of the prince, and I'm sure the city would benefit greatly from your help. So I can but humbly accept and wish you welcome to the city of Boston.
She smiles actually very warm and endearingly. I thank you, Prince, and I hope you will find me useful in supporting you and the health and prosperity of this fair city of Boston.
I am sure you will. Your clan man here, Hashimoto, has long served and been most helpful and useful in protecting and making this a prosperous city. I'm sure that by doubling the numbers of your clan here, we will be doubly blessed and doubly helped.
Oh, thank you, Prince, for such sweet words. I only want to serve and be useful.
And Shiv is just looking at and listening to the words, or not listening. Yeah, she is listening. And just thinking, bullshit.
Yeah.
Is Shiv or Katarina sitting next to me?
I'm thinking
Maybe you have both.
We are both.
Oh, then you can hear from Sean. You think the prince will need a fool as well?
I'll kick you because every vampire can hear what you're saying.
That's exactly the reason I said it. Probably the prince heard it as well.
The only thing going through Chris's
yes.
mind is keep your friends close, your enemy closer, and the Tremere the closest.
Well,
Maybe you would
sure,
honor me with a personal audience
of course,
tomorrow night.
of course, as you please. I will be staying at Primogen Sean Price's hotel until I find my own accommodation.
We are very happy to do so.
You're so gracious.
You are welcomed for as long as you need.
Oh, I thank you so much. Dearest Primogen.
Excellent.
Miss Price.
I'm sure that if you do not wish to hold the meeting at the in your room that the Miss Price could arrange for a conference room to be used.
Of course, I'm sure she has several accommodations that would be suitable. I'm sure.
Excellent. Let's say
It's an
midnight
interesting
tomorrow
place.
then.
He smiles.
Well, now
And then you hear Catalina gets up very abruptly. Prince, I
Yes?
too have something to bring to the Primogen and this Elysium this evening.
does it directly concern the introduction and the acceptance of a clan?
It does.
Then proceed.
As we all have agreed upon to strengthen and enforce our numbers, I also have a new member of my family ready to be introduced.
I give you joy, Catalina. Let us meet your new clansmate.
She almost like she whistles. Very rude.
Because she hasn't
Is
really.
it a dog?
Yes,
It's not like a dog whistle, but it's almost like a call.
because she hasn't really. Has she increased at all since?
One.
She was the only. Yeah, she only one, right? Because she lost one when the Alex attacked.
The only ones that haven't done it, I guess, is Toyador. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The only
well,
one that hasn't. The only
First
one that hasn't.
one out was actually the Gangrel, really. So technically they haven't done so, unless she has chosen who to sire by now.
Angela joined
Yeah, but that
them,
was
didn't she?
yeah, but that yeah.
Angel
Yeah.
joined.
Angel.
But she did.
Sorry.
She did.
Too many
before.
angels on your shoulders.
She did it before
Yeah.
before the Alex attack. Like she said, they were the first with Angel. They were the first. To
No, she was returning. She came back.
Yeah.
She came back. She never really proper left.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I have the name correctly, so I don't say a wrong name. Give me 2 seconds.
I mean, ironic.
Names is just not our thing tonight.
Now, like my brain is going. Let's just call everybody Bob.
I mean, of course, technically there are both too many Nosferatus and too many Ventrus in the city. But if you want to get
Is it
technical,
though?
if you want to get technical about it,
Is it?
It's 5, right?
Seconds.
yeah, it's 5.
Oh my gosh! Why did I put it? I'm almost there.
Ha-
There we go. There we go.
There's a fine print, non-corporeal.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. Out of the shadow, this very handsome skinhead, buff as fuck, tatted up, cocky young buck walks in. Hands in pockets, t-shirt that's a little bit ripped, denim pants are a little bit ripped. He's wearing a chain and biker boots. Luscious lips, piercing eyes. For anyone that knows anything about aesthetics, yeah, he's broken a couple of hearts.
If it was old Shiv.
If it was old
But it's
shit, she
not.
will be.
I think it's like pre-Aiden Shiv and then whatever else.
You see Odd Molly steps out of the shadows and she looks at him. And she leans in. And he talks with his hands in his pocket. Then he smiles like a smirk, like just like, I don't know, like fuckboys can. Dearest Prince and Primogenials, from the clan Bruja, I would like to introduce Mikey Harrod. He asks to be a part of the city, to call it home, if you so please. She steps back.
Welcome, Mikey, to Boston.
Oh, thank you, sir. You can call me Pretty Boy Harris. That's my name. He looks around.
I
Does
look
he
at
have a-
Catalina. Nice one.
What can we
Yeah.
tell from his?
She snickers.
Can we place his accent? Like his? Is it a?
He's British.
He's British.
Southerner or northerner?
Oh, he London boy.
Like full on Cockney or?
Full on Cockney. Aye, governor. That kind of boy.
Well, as I
Do
said.
I get to stay or not?
Oh, of course, you're most welcome.
Grand.
Unless I look around, like he doesn't say anything, but he looks around to the rest of the print and see if anyone is gonna introduce to object to or anything. I mean, suddenly, when
The
someone
more
might,
the merrier.
yeah.
It's going to be a party.
Well,
There
there seems to be no objection, so I give you joy and welcome to the city.
What? Thank you kindly, sir. He says it like a almost like Texan slur, like he makes fun of the American. He like nods and puts his hands back in his pockets and walks up to the side. Then the keeper of the Elysium enters the center stage again. If there's not anything else that's on the agenda by the primogenitor of Prince himself, I will call it. No.
I look to the wall around to the faces of the other primigans. I cannot see that anyone else anything else they want to take up.
Toreador has nothing.
Gangrel has nothing.
Look towards the Miss Savage.
Venture is quite content, Prince.
Then over towards the Malkavians or Malkavian.
We are content, Prince.
Look then over to the Queen of Bones.
Not at this moment, sweetest prince or princess. The queen is content.
Excellent. And then that only leaves the ones who have spoken, so I'm going to assume that, well, we will go.
Well, the Tremere, are you going to ask Quasimodo?
I can ask him as well, but I mean, he already had the floor, but
Yeah.
From there,
No, Prince.
and I assume you're quite done, Catalina?
I'm like a pig in shit, Prince.
Quite right. Well, the prince has nothing.
Then I will call an ending to this primogen meeting in the Elysium. There is prince and primogens. She claps her hands very 3 times, very loudly, and then people are like, oh, okay, business as usual, let's get up. And then whispers, perhaps, talks.
Here's out.
Yeah,
there's anything.
There's out is one thing, another thing is, of course, who talks to whom first. Which person seeks out which person's first. That's the interest of the prince, or at the very least of Chris.
I
Well,
think normally Siobhan would have gone and welcomed the Tremere, but
You
since
see,
she's
actually-
staying,
You see the Queen of Bones grabs ever so gently but hard Mr. Hasimoto's arm and pulls him aside.
can we do insight? Well, not insight check, but just awareness and pay
You can-
attention to what they're
you
doing.
can-
I'm just going to try.
You do
my best.
a general roll, and I'll describe
Yeah.
who's doing
Yeah.
what.
Well, okay, it's 4.
I'll just listen to the other rolls.
There's the insight roll you said? Oh, no. I'm not that hungry.
4.
Yeah, 4.
You all three, as you slightly start moving around, you see that the sheriff, Dr. Nightingale, quickly goes over to the winter. He's just standing like this, like talking. Clearly, like curious. She smiles a very warm smile almost constantly.
Don't trust that.
Anton and Amber Rivera seem to just have a quick conversation with Catalina. It doesn't seem to be anything significant, because she seems to be very eager to get away from them. There are not that many here, obviously, and you are obviously a part of this. You see Catalina make her way over to Pretty Boy Harris. She grabs his face and she kisses him on the forehead, and he almost bows down. It's very intimate, almost like family.
Well, let's hope she can take better care of her clansmates this time around.
How many are the Brujas now? Is this the...
They are 3 now.
There are 3.
You have Nova Everly.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
How long have she been there?
Nova has been there for a year.
Okay. I'll go over to Sean.
You saw how he reacted.
Who?
Hashimoto.
I wasn't really paying attention, I have to admit. I should have, I guess, from...
Yeah. That was not a...
That bad?
Yeah. I haven't seen him that uptight for... ever, I think.
It's... like... Well, imagine you've been alone in a city for so long and then suddenly competition walks in the door. Competition that is obviously... Well, she has some skills. And lending herself to Chris that way. Smart move.
Very smart move.
I am surprised he accepted, though. But then again, Hashimoto has not offered his services in that regard, as far as I know.
No, I
Not
think
at all.
he's...
Not at all. He's kept far, far away, actually, from the prince.
I think he's maybe too busy helping you.
Not here.
Too many years.
Yeah, the walls have ears.
The walls are ears. No, they're not. Maybe they are. I don't know.
What does Chris do?
Well, first he just holds back for a little while. Like I said, take a look to who crosses the room to talk to whom. Just keep an eye on it, like plot that down. Then after that, he looks around to see if he can spot Odd Molly.
She stands to the side. You see her as you see Mr. or Doctor or Sheriff Nightingale passes your gaze and is beelining directly for Siobhan.
Well, I did warn her. She should be prepared. She can take care of herself. I make a mental note of it and then I walk towards Odd Molly.
Dog time!
Sorry, I thought he was trying to hump my teddy bear from when I was 2 years old. So.
Don't hump the teddy bear!
Nope. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Chris, Odd Molly stands there in all her horrific beauty.
Well, that went rather well. I must admit I was a tad nervous being this being my first official Elysium on that side of the table. I look back towards the table.
I thought you did great.
Oh, you're too kind. I do believe, though, that in the not too distant future, we must have a full Elysium where all the rest of the clan members can meet the new arrivals. But since we had, 2 today, we might have one or more in the immediate futures. We'll hold off until then, I guess.
It's come to my attention that the Queen of Bones has a child that hasn't been properly introduced.
Yes, I was supposed to do that for a while back, but, well, you know what happened to the city. We have to fix something in that again for her, but I think she's... And I look towards her with, a bit woeful eyes. I think she doesn't wish to share the spotlight, so to speak. I have met and wetted him, and to just make sure that at least the prince has been introduced. Let's find an auspicious and suitable date for that, should we? And make sure
As you wish, Prince.
And let's make sure that no one else can steal the Queen's thunder. I don't think she would like that.
No, I don't think so, dearest Prince.
Well, when you find a time, talk it over with her and you can let me know.
Of course. She stares at you almost expressionless, like she is. She just is.
Oh, most valuable ability, Chris thinks to himself. Well, if you do excuse me.
Of course, Prince. The camera's going to pan out directly to Shiv as she's standing there with Sean, and all of a sudden she feels someone staring at her very attentively.
Is he tall or?
Yeah, well, he's around 180, so he's not very short.
Okay, it's fine. Yes. I'll turn around.
He
Sheriff.
corrects his spectacles. Miss Price, Primogen.
How are you tonight?
I am well, thanks for asking. And how are you faring?
It's always interesting meeting new clan members. And it is important for a city to grow, so
I do agree.
I would say it was a good Elysium.
Yes. No quarrels, no arguments. Everything seems on the up and up. I would like, though... I don't want to be rude. Just to...
Can I welcome you to my hotel one of these days?
I would love to. I went to your opening. Grand. Beautiful.
I thought I saw you. I'm sorry. There was so many people.
Of course you are a very important person, and I do not perhaps always stand out. And again, as he's standing there, you have this weird feeling that he's going through your... If you had pockets, his hands would be in all of them. He has this invasive way of being. Like, you feel like, why are you doing that? I would love to, now you have a new kindred canine staying at your hotel. I just want to make sure that everything is safe.
Oh, of course. I was actually expecting... Oh, well, I was meaning to invite you to maybe show you a little bit more behind the scenes of the hotel, so to speak.
I would love that, Miss Price. That would be perfect. Safety.
Definitely. We've been through so much in this city, I think.
Cool.
Openness and safety are key ingredients to a good city. Safe city.
I agree, because the nature of the beasts we are is Price. And almost then again, you feel like the Black Duke feeling when he's talking to you. Our nature is a shifty thing.
Exactly.
We might sometimes do things that benefits our own interests, but would be devastating for the society of all.
Well, I do expect most of us to have skeleton in our closets, but
Well, and it's my job to find them and see if they, well, if they deserve the sun or not. It's like, oh, I'm being very dramatic.
I liked it.
eat- Oh. Well, then we shall have a very interesting conversation when we walk through the Y.
Well, then please put in a couple of hours in your schedule and then we'll...
Oh, I'm very thorough. I like to... No stone unturned, Miss Bryce. No stone unturned. And again, you
Good.
feel like he's like... Now he's like looking like in your stocking, in your garter belt. It's
Going deeper, no.
Yeah. And it's like, oh,
No.
get away from me. It's like, you
Yeah.
feel like, ugh, no, ew.
Can you have your people call my people and then we'll arrange something?
Oh, I wish I had people. But I will call your people, Miss Price.
Oh,
Did
you have-
Door? It's like, Primogen, pardon. Good evening.
no.
Of course.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I turned to Sean. I don't know, but it just...
It's a weird one.
I hope I manage to keep up appearances because it's... I don't know. Unpleasant.
Yeah.
I make sure that he's away, way away before I say anything of this. Yeah.
But you all hear for 1 second. It's almost like someone's not barking, but like hissing. No. And then you hear rustling of skirts. And the queen walks out.
And she had a conversation with Tremer? Hasimuro.
Now that's not
What
very
was
becoming
that
of
about?
an Elysium.
What business do they have together? I wonder.
Who knows?
Did everyone notice that?
Yep.
She's probably being super dramatic about it, so...
Yeah, probably. I'm my gaze shifts over to Hashimoto. How is he reacting?
He walks in from whatever corner they were whispering in, and he looks even paler than normal.
I'll walk towards him.
As you go towards it, he bows. Primogen.
Oh.
And then he walks directly towards the winter.
My gaze follows.
Is there anyone else, or if I'm like going a straight line towards him, is there anyone else behind him so I can continue walking and keeping up appearances and not...
Chris is just finished a conversation with old Molly.
Okay, I'll walk over to him then. I don't want to... Yeah. I think you did really well, Chris. Come to mine.
You see people are now leaving. Catalina like smacks Sean's back.
Back or...
Like, not back of the head, but on his back. Sean.
cat.
checking.
I'll send you an invite
There's a
for
party.
proper introduction.
Oh.
Yes. This stuffy hoity bullshit needs doing. Love it, Prince over there, or whatever. But yeah, a proper introduction. This is my child.
Right.
She just squeezes his cheek.
I didn't see you as a mothering type, but
Was young and foolish. She punches him in the chest, like not really hard, and he's like, "Ow, Mom."
oh, you know what? I think we'll have a shindig in my garage.
Good. The ones that matter of the city, I want him to be properly introduced to. He's an asset. He's loyal.
It's good. It'll be a shindig. Or a hootenanny.
Right. I'll send you an
Or a
invite.
scuffle.
She taps you on the cheek. I'll send you an invite.
Looking forward to it. I'll bring my people. We'll dance.
Oh, Mummy, he's Irish. She says. That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a southerner.
He's a southerner.
Yeah, probably one of them that are lager drinking sons of bitches.
You see they disappear.
Or cider.
Do you guys pay attention to the Winter and Hashimoto?
Probably the
Yep.
most interesting pair at the moment, so yeah.
He is standing there with arms crossed. For a moment, she touches his elbow. You see, it looks like he's uncomfortable by it. But he's very poised. And she's like, okay. And he leaves. She walks softly over to Shiv and the prince. Primogen Price.
Mr.
Prince.
Winter.
Mr. Vincent.
You know where to find me, Prince. I will eagerly anticipate an invitation, so I can prove my worthiness to you. I really
course.
want to be an asset to the continuous success and prosperity of Boston.
It thrills me to hear so. Shall we be calling at your place at this York tomorrow at midnight?
I do eagerly anticipate your invitation. And the why, Miss Price, Primogen, is an excellent accommodation.
I do hope so. If you have any issues or any need for anything that isn't available to you, let me know.
Of course.
And I'm sure we can accommodate you.
You're ever so kind, and I do appreciate the hospitality and the welcoming nature of this city.
I think where she is staying is almost like a flat. Like it's a big ass thing. Like one of the
for the kindred, so it's specially accommodated.
Yeah.
For now, I'll bid you good night. I'm still waiting for several deliveries of my personal effects.
Of course.
All which I
Moving
will
is always
help
a hassle.
protect the city.
Well,
Good
until
evening.
tomorrow.
Have a good evening.
She passes Sean. Good evening. Primogen.
Evening.
And then in the end, there's only 3.
Doesn't seem like we need to leave now, does it?
Oh, Molly's there. It's still an
Oh!
Elysium.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
It's always
Yep.
an Elysium.
Has Emily been standing in the same spot?
Yep.
Through she was standing. Okay, I was boring. Paranoid little Chris.
It's that spot in the room where you can hear everything.
Everything.
Exactly. Précisément. Well, it looks like the evening is winding down. I'm sure Miss Molly has more things to take care of, so perhaps we should take her leave as well.
Yes. Thank you for tonight.
Of course,
Keep
Imogen. Of course.
Once again, thank you very much.
Of course, Prince.
Nightcap in mine?
Nightcap.
Nightcap?
Excellent suggestion.
I have to find a
Excellent
better
suggestion.
word for that.
Night chat.
Yeah.
Night snifter.
So we're gonna go into the last scene of this episode. It is a little bit longer interlude. Where are you guys headed?
Yeah, when you said York,
I mean,
do you mean York
mine's
or did
always-
you mean...
Probably the velvet rope then.
Yeah, maybe not the Y, maybe the velvet rope.
You see,
Maybe
that's far
my
enough away.
old
Or the roof.
apartment, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Something
Oh, the
even greater
apartment!
distance.
Oh my god, even more
Oh.
private.
Or my townhouse, whatever that
There.
was. Yeah. Yeah, because the Nemoralia? Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
hustling and bustling and not for
Yeah.
our...
I'm gonna speed the time up until you are we're going into
Yeah.
scene when you're there. We do not need to play the travel time.
No.
Well, that was an interesting evening.
Most definitely.
So, 2 new ones.
The wizard and the fool, it seems.
And you have...
A wizard?
How... I am so shocked, Chris, that you didn't even take a second before you accepted her as your... What? Wizard? Was
A
that
wizard.
it?
She
Gandalf.
said wizard.
You know what they
She said
say.
wizard.
Yeah, you know what
Like,
they say.
we're not...
Never meddle in the affairs of wizards. Because they're...
Harry Potter books, they were out at that time, right?
In 99, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the first one is...
Yeah.
First one maybe.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
Let's quickly find that out. I'm fairly...
I'm thinking where I was. I don't know if it was
No,
though.
yeah, it is. I think it's actually
I
more than
think
the
I
first one. I think that the... No... Because I think that...
I was rather
I mean,
drunk
the
that
first
year.
film is...
They-
The first film is 20 years old. So...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, okay, the shirt was out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
1997
Never mind.
was the first one released.
Yeah, okay, you're there. Yeah. Harry Potter, Wizard, Hogwarts.
Sorry.
Well, let me put it
Nerds.
this way. She put me on the spot, and I reverted to all the saying, keep your friends close, your enemy closer, and
And the Tremere up your bum.
Yeah, preferably. I did not... No, I
Interesting.
must say that I had great affairs, and there was another Tremere that caused me a bit of anxiety tonight. I just had a horrible thought. Which I
He was
really-
not amused.
What
No.
was that thought, Chris?
About just how big a favour did he really do us back in the day?
My fudge is going nuts.
What
That's a weird
did we
noise.
were we really untraceable? Did we really break into the Queen of Bones? Or was that their little ploy for him to get what he wanted and for her to get, well, someone has been a source of information about all our little secret dealings, and it's not just the former sheriff.
Or your people?
What if there's a closer relationship between those two than we initially thought?
Queen of Bones and Hashimoto, you mean?
Yes. Did he really help us break into there, or did he just say some hocus pocus and send us in there and we got what we wanted because the Queen let us?
Well, I don't know. That's the truth of it. Honestly, don't know.
Me neither. I have to admit, there was an angle I hadn't considered until tonight. And I jumped
Because
But are
They
you afraid
spoke,
he
yeah.
will use it against us? Is that it?
Oh, no, not that he used it against us in that sense. Just that
He will use
we
it against
might
us.
have been played. Expertly so.
Well, we
Well,
are in the
if-
big leagues now.
I do have the tape, though, of that night. Of that meeting.
Yes, you do.
Or not the tape, recording.
Recording.
Yeah,
You do.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's a tape. I mean,
It incriminates all of us.
little multi-assured destruction.
Is it
No.
bad enough that we'll burn for it?
Chris,
Wow.
it's an odd phrasing. He doesn't quite work.
Breaking into another one's territory doesn't really carry the death sentence, no.
Yeah, but like.
But if
I
you
mean,
tally
technically
up
there's no proof,
hiding-
and there's technically no proof that we did that. There's only proof
No.
that we conspirated by
Yeah.
hiding hiding a Nosferatu, another guy's, an unauthorized shielding. That's probably.
But then again, now it's under different management, so, you know, is it that bad?
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
No, I just thought that it just struck me that there might have been something, the little meeting between, or the little tantrum that the Queen threw after.
It was.
Do you
it was
really
very
honest-
public.
Do you honestly
the
think
no.
it had anything to... God knows what that could have been.
It could have been a general disagreement, or it could have been a little, you know, for the viewers. He's remained somewhat of a closed book in regards to me, Mr. Hashimoto, so I cannot even begin to fathom his.
Does Shiv have any inkling
You-
of
you
his
can-
feelings towards her?
You can. You're probably the one that has had most dealing with the Queen.
Yeah.
You can do an intelligence insight on her being.
Because I've had... Okay, because... I was thinking more from his angle, not hers.
Oh, you can do for both.
Okay, cool.
I have a fridge that the fan is going absolutely nuts.
I have
I think
5.
it's too much ice in it. 5.
Yeah.
The Queen is, in your experience, extremely calculated. She will not do an emotional outburst.
No.
She's a director, an orchestrator, an actress. Every little thing she does is a part of a greater picture or plan.
Mm-hmm.
Her entire life is a stage. If she squeals in an Elysium,
There's a reason for it.
it's a reason for it. Hashimoto, you're unsure. Because he's been so loyal to you, you have no reason to distrust him.
Do I have any... Like, do I know of their relationship at
he's
all?
never ever spoken of it.
No.
Which also, you're thinking, what did the Queen just do again? It's like she's constantly playing a play. And you haven't been given the script.
No.
You have to improvise. And she knows 10 pages from now what's going to happen. It's uncomfortable. She knows too much. That's the feeling you're sitting with. You're feeling someone is... It's a high level of scheming.
You remember those pieces on the board that I mentioned?
Yeah.
I'm sure she has a finger in it. Whatever she is plotting can't be good.
That, I would say, is an astute observation.
But what is it she wants? She has a child. Ish. She is at the peak of power in this city.
Is she though?
She didn't want to be prince. Too much responsibility. Too much attention.
Or just too much a public face.
Too much a public face, yeah.
And if she doesn't want to be prince,
Who does?
Or what does she...
Who does she want to be prince?
Who did we think about putting up as a puppet prince at one point?
Long time ago. I think she was thinking to herself that if she's really desperate, she could always trade with a certain Adam. That's just a thought.
I suggest you keep your eyes and ears open in your dealings with any of them, with both of you. I certainly shall. And it looks, if then, well, who knows what the meeting with our little new Tremere tomorrow might yield. Maybe she has some juicy tidbits to dash out. It did seem like the two knew each other.
I will make sure that the room is ready for you.
Excellent. Chris just internally, bring your own white noise generator.
What, you didn't trust him?
Make the room into a Faraday cage.
on that note, I'm actually the camera's going to pan out. I'm sure they still have more conversations to go, but this is the point where this episode has to end. There's a little tidbit, a little dark thing, almost forgotten. The camera spans out, rushes through the skyline and hurls through the ground of Cop Hill.
Cop Hill is never forgotten.
In a corner, in one of the broken glass cages. Arms wrapped around knees, shivering. Mind boggled. How am I here? On that note, we're going to end this episode.
You can't end it like that.
Yeah, I can, because I said, like, hand out of the thing. I told you guys.
I was thinking about the thing, like, we have forgotten about the thing that crawled up. Not that we knew, but...
Just gonna make a little list here. Cop Hill, napalm,
Werewolves.
Yeah, step up on that plan, will you?
Yeah.
We all the pieces on the
like,
board.
I'm like the chill one in this group right now. Like, you're talking about burning shit. You're talking about invasion of... I'm just minding my own business.
And everything is like, you guys have your personal issues and you have big nasties, blah, blah, blah. But there's no war. There's no super bad yet.
I'm still wondering where Leo is and all the other...
That's well,
Yeah.
but who knows?
But if this is going to be super bad, I'm going to be McLovin.
Let's just say that I'm fairly certain wherever he is, reaching some sort of James Bond Spectre level nemesis for Siobhan.
Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of... where's the love? Where's the love for Shiv, huh?
I give you plenty of love.
I even gave you a hug.
You guys are hugging like you've never been hugging. Like, come on, that's like, there's love. It's
I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
It's the pain.
Am I going to have to travel all the way to Denmark to give you a hug to make you feel it? I'll go to make you really feel the love.
What happened to the last person
Mariana,
Mariana, what happened to the last person that she really loved?
Shut up.
Don't give her anything. It's just ammunition for her to torture you with. Don't fall for her evil ways.
Yeah. Never going to love again. Guilty feet ain't no. That was
Yeah,
dance.
exactly. I was like, what is that again? You've had so many references this and the previous episodes.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
so
I'm
many.
loving it. Both of you.
All right. As usual, thank you guys for all the comments, likes, and follows. You are amazing. Oh my god. Amaz. That you actually appreciate.
I don't know why I
that
said
we
that.
do. Because I said amaz.
Yeah.
That you appreciate what we do. It's a labor of love. And
pain.
And pain. And
Lots of pain.
I am nice.
There is
sometimes.
blood. There is rhetoric.
Blood.
And blood.
And more blood. And
Blood
maybe
is
love.
compulsory.
Stills. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Isn't that what they say?
It's not going to get better.
And don't pick at it; it won't heal.
You know, we're proper fucked.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm not sure my players always are having a good time, but they're masochists, so they show up.
We show up.
You
don't
show
worry,
up
mine.
more.
My therapist thanks
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I'm gonna get emotional beaten for an hour and a half. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
I
thank you,
need
thank you, ma'am.
more drugs.
Don't we all? Until next time, take care of one another, stay safe, and
Find somebody to hug.
Find somebody to hug. Hug
No,
someone.
don't do that during Corona. Don't.
Yeah, well, now we're vaccinated. So hug someone that's not sick, that's vaccinated. Just hug someone.
Hug a vaccinated
hugging-
person.
Hugging is good for the soul. Until they stab you.
I think my
Then it's
soul
not
is
so much
dead now.
We're gonna run. So bye. Until
Bye.
next
Bye.
time. Bye. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.